Hi guys, welcome back to Ridebrick TV and welcome to the brand new BMW X1. The new X1 is available with two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, with internal combustion, so petrol, diesel, hybrid, and a fully battery operated vehicle as well called the iX1, which of course we'll have a proper look at when we get hold of one. Now, let's take a look at some of the exterior and interior changes. Let's start our look at the new X1 down at the front, where it is actually quite different to before. The kidney grills have got bigger, they've got a slightly different design on them. The daytime running lights, the LED lights here, which come as standard, have now completely changed. They've got a different, the Corona rings, which aren't really Corona rings anymore, are the other way up and have quite an aggressive curve in them. The front bumper down here, again, is more aggressive, more muscular. It gives the car much more of a sporting stance. What do you guys think of the front end? Let us know in the comments below. As we move alongside the car, you can see the sporting nature and the sporting design continues. We've got the new door handles from BMW, which sit flush to the doors. This particular car has got the larger alloy wheels as well because it's got a Pro Pack. You've got some really nice crisp lines. The swage line is really well defined and really crisp. And I think it sits really well on the road, in my opinion, especially in this Portimao blue. I think it looks fantastic. I really like the side profile, really like the front. What about the rear? The rear is quite drastically different, however, still quite similar as well. So the rear lights still wrap around into the boot, but they're 3D design. They've got this really nice design to them and a warm glow. Rear bumper, again, entirely different. As you notice, there's no exhaust pipes on here. They're hidden underneath the diffuser. The diffuser is nice and defined. I mean, it's not really diffusing anything, but it looks great nonetheless. You've then got a roof spoiler as well, which again looks quite good. There are a lot of lines, a lot of creases in here. You've got the model designation on here as well. But I do think that the whole thing ties together really well. And I think, personally, I think it looks so much better than the previous models. It's been brought directly up to date. I think it looks fantastic on the outside, but there are also some pretty major changes inside. But before we get to those, let me just show you the boot space.
The new BMW X1 has a very impressive 540 litres of boot space.
Just before I jump into the driver's seat, I thought it was quite important to show the space back here, which BMW has done really well at. There is acres of space back here. I really like how these seats are adjustable. You can go forwards, backwards, and you can also move the back, so if you want it to be more upright or more relaxed. You've also got an armrest down in the centre here, which, there we go, with a few cup holders in them. But overall, the practicality back here especially has really increased. We've got a couple of chargers down here as well. But I do think that BMW definitely know the market. They know these are family cars. So they have made sure that there's plenty of space in the back. There are significant changes to the interior of this car. Sat here right now, the first thing that you notice, because you feel it, is the seats. They're so hugging. You've got so much shoulder support here and lumbar support down here. It feels wonderful. You then look directly ahead. You've got this new steering wheel with these new inserts and a new design. It feels great. New shift paddles. And then you've got the new operating system 8 controller, which curves around on the dashboard. It's new. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the graphics are like some next generation PlayStation. It's incredible. Now, all the air conditioning controls have moved from here and are now on the iDrive screen. So you control them all through the button here. So you can go in, do your heated seats, your aircon, the heat, so on and so forth, all on here, which then frees up all this space here for space. So we've got 2 cup holders. You've got the wireless charging pad with a neat little holder here. Some charging ports here, USB-C, and then the center control here. There's no gear selector. There's no stick shift, as you'd say if you're American. There's no stick shift. There's now just this singular button. Everything's been tidied up. It's clutter-free, it's minimalistic, but they haven't skimped on the quality. Everything, the fit and finish of everything you touch and feel in here is of the highest order. It really has stepped on the game in terms of its interiors, BMW. The quality has always been great, but I feel that now they've really taken it to the next level. Little details like the car in the dashboard is a blue X1, so it matches the car. Little things like that that really make it feel so much more premium. I think they've done an absolutely cracking job in here. The big thing I'll say is mainly, it just feels much more grown up. It also feels like the X1 has grown up in the driving department. The steering feels much more responsive, and I love the feel of this new steering wheel. It's just a really nice thing to hold. The way the car sits on the road as well feels more stable, more grown up, and it also feels like it's a bit more of a driver's car. It feels like it can take a little bit more punishment. You throw it into a corner and it feels like it just holds on much better. The grip levels are fantastic, and this, especially the 23i, has actually quite a lot of poke in it, and it sounds actually really good. But let's be honest, X1 drivers aren't going to be driving it at 1,000,000 miles an hour, are they, everywhere? They're going to be just cruising. And the X1 also does cruising very, very well. We've just slowed down to 30 miles an hour because we've dropped into a little town. And it's really quite quiet in here. The road noise isn't bad. It's been one of the things in the past that road noise sometimes can be a bit much from the tyres, from the etc. But no, this actually feels nice and refined in here. There's not really any wind noise, not really any tyre noise. It feels really, really good. And then, as I've already mentioned, the quality in here is absolutely superb. So, the X1 100% feels like it's grown up and become more of a driver's car and much better at cruising around. So what are my thoughts on the brand new BMW X1? Well, I think they've really stepped it on with this latest generation of X1. It's a handsome looking car, the interior is fabulous, the quality is brilliant, and it drives just like a BMW should. It feels dynamic and comfortable. I think it's a great car. And if you want any more information on the new BMW X1, or any BMW for that matter, please contact the guys at your nearest Rybrook BMW retailer using the links in the description of this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come. And then I'll see you guys again next time. I'm going to get out of this horrible wind. See you soon.